Welcome to the Frustration and Freedom Podcast, helping advisors and insurance producers grow their practice. My name is Mike Bemis, Senior Advisor Development Consultant at Simplicity Minneapolis. I got my partner in crime here, my co-host Jeremy Karzer, also Senior Advisor Development Consultant at Simplicity Minneapolis. Jeremy, we're going to have a little topic today, kind of a short episode, but we're going to be talking about why to attend our quarterly coaching. What's the value in advisors? What do they get? Why do they keep coming back? Or why should they attend for the first time? Jeremy, tell me a little about our quarterly coaching. What do we do there?
Yeah, Mike. We cover items that advisors need, plain and simple. I was at Allianz, or we'll just say a company that starts with the letter A. And basically, I would go to the different FMOs around the country and see the dog and pony shows. The dog and pony shows, unfortunately, didn't help advisors much because you would hear a public speaker, you'd hear a home office guy speak, you'd hear a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You'd grab maybe a good idea or two, which is fantastic, but you'd come home and you try to put those one or two ideas within this melting pot of all the other ideas that you've got over the years in your company, and you try to put it together, and it just would not work. I would say like a puzzle piece. You got 100 different puzzles and you're trying to fit all these pieces together, and it just doesn't happen, Mike. And so the difference is you come to the quarterly coaching and you hear from a Mike Steranka who actually has been there, done 30, 40 million a year for 15 years. And he did it with one system and everything written out, scripted out, from the appointment processes to the marketing processes to every little detail. And you hear that from somebody and you say, hey, this is an actual A to Z system that I can plug into and put together. You're not going to put it all together overnight, but with me and Mike's help, we can help you put that together, right? And so the quarterly coaching, every advisor, I don't know about your experience, Mike, but every advisor that I've had come, and if they've been in the industry 20, 30, 40 years, we could almost say it at the same time, but they always say the same thing. Wow, that was different. That is unlike any other training I've seen. Yep.
I've never seen anything like this. You probably hear it all the time. And that's one thing with our coaching is it's not fluff. It's not going to be talking about. We have love the carriers that come and have conversation with you, but no carriers are talking. We're talking about really nuts and bolts about how to grow your practice. And the thing is too, yes, we are repeating things every time, but there's a purpose to that because you just went and tried this process. Now you have more knowledge on the process. So when we repeat it, you're going to get more out of it. Okay. But we have each quarter that we have has a different topic. So, in January, we talked about marketing, right? How to get in front of people. April, we talk about now that you're in front of people, what do we say to them, right?
How do you close?
In July, we talk about referrals, and we go heavy on that because it's a lost art, and you need to actually get a personal introduction with a referral. You need to not chase people, right? And October is all about business planning, how to plan out your next year. What do the top advisors do? We just recorded a podcast recently with our founder, Mike Steranka, which was amazing that you probably already listened to when this podcast came out. But in that one, he talked about the systems and the process and how he planned out his entire year, right? He did seminars every month, even in July and in December. He still did them because they still work.
You don't do them in summer,
you don't
in
do
December.
Seminars in July, do you? December.
Well, everyone's taking that time off. You're getting better results.
Why you do seminars in December? Because nobody else is. That's why.
Yeah.
And so each quarter has a different topic, right? But we're going to repeat things from every quarter, each quarter as well. And so I'll say this is, as an independent producer, you're on an island. You need a bridge. You need a bridge to the mainland to come back and fill yourself up. You're giving all the time. You're giving to your clients. You're giving everything in your appointments, right? You need to come fill yourself up. You need to turn the phone off, not look at the emails, and you need to work on your business, right?
Yeah. Mike, and have you ever had, usually these advisors come one time and they got it and they don't come back and they take a few notes that time, right? And then is that kind of how it goes?
Or the opposite. Our top producers are in the front row and they take notes every time. I love the emails I get with my producers that have been going for 7-8 years, and no disrespect to them, but they've heard the same thing probably 20 times. And I get a 90-day action plan and there's a revelation on how to use a personal financial inventory binder. And I'm like,
you can order those binders.
And that's okay. That's nothing against them, but you need that, right? You need to say, oh, I realize I'm not firing the broker this exact way. I need to make a 2% tweak. I'm not changing everything. I need to do a 2% tweak. Or I realized over the last 2 years, I talk too much and I need to slow down and I need to pause and maybe sometimes not say anything. Right.
Yep.
So,
Yep. And Mike, I'll tell you this too. If you want evidence on whether you who's listening to this should come to a quarterly coaching and come to every single quarterly coaching session that we offer, our top advisors who sit in that front row, who are already doing 15, 20, 30 million plus a year, they are coming to these sessions almost every session, a lot of them every single session. And they have been coming for 5, 7 years, and they're still taking 10 pages of notes. So if that doesn't tell you, just think about that for a second. $30 million advisor, they've seen it the same thing every quarter for 7 years, and they're still taking 10 pages of notes. A light bulb should go off in your head saying the coaching must be extremely good if that's happening, right?
and so it's almost like a strategic coach for free. You got to pay for your hotel, you got to pay for your transportation to get there, right? But it is real in-depth coaching on how do I grow my practice? How do I hire the right staff? How do I have a good appointment process? What are the foundations of that? How do I fire the competing broker? From somebody who's done it, right?
Yeah.
From somebody that's in your
Yeah,
shoes. Yep.
yes. That's a big difference, Mike. I love that you said that, because a lot of people go to these different coaching events and they're general business tips or motivational, and they go to these and they're good and you get some good ideas. And I'm not saying don't go to them, but you have to have somebody who's in your exact business, who has walked in your exact shoes, coaching you as well. The industry coach. And that's what Mike Steranka is. He was at your level. He was doing 3, 5, 10 million. Then he figured out how to get to 20 and 30 and 40. And I think his best year ever was like 48 million or more. And so somebody has walked in your shoes. So I think the big key, Mike, is people need to realize you have to have an industry coach coaching you. And it can't be somebody that you go to an event one time, you buy their DVD set, and you try to implement it. You need a Mike Bemis. You need someone like myself who's going to help you tweak it, adjust it, make it work for you. And when you think you got it, but it's not working, there's a little tweak in there that me and Mike will be able to see and uncover and help you would make that adjustment to raise you to that next level.
I think that's the difference, is that Mike Steranka did it. He's our mentor. He's coached us how to do it. And now we're going to help you implement it. And again, if you don't have the follow-up after you buy that DVD, I feel like we're dating ourselves by saying that, Jeremy. But after you buy that program, let's call it that, right? After you buy that program, you need somebody to help you implement that. And that's where I think there's not a place like it out there like we have. And so if you want help, if you want to implement the program, that's what we love to do. We're dorks. We love doing this. We're doing this for over a decade. We love helping you succeed. That's what gets us fired up, right? And so book a time with Team Elevate. You're going to get Jeremy or I. You're not going to get somebody that's going to introduce you. You're going to get directly on our calendar, and we will help you implement the program or that DVD.
And get to a session with Mike.
Get to a session with Mike.
You call us. We'll tell you exactly what you need to do to get you in a coaching session with Mike. We do 4 of them a year, January, April, July, and October throughout the country. And you fly out, you spend a day and a half with Mike, and you will say the same thing. I've never seen anything like this. This is different. And now I see how I can grow my practice. And you leave so pumped up, and you not only pumped up, but you actually have a system and process to follow and a coach to hold you by the hand every step of the way. So don't hesitate. If you've listened to a few episodes, you know it's time to just book the call, have a quick conversation with us, and let's talk through and see if we can help you.
Awesome. Team Elevate, let's go.
Let's go.